Alright guys, back again for another review. Big Tom.
I'm you.
Today we're doing a device that you have to remortgage your house to purchase. It is the GP PAPS X 1.5.
Yeah, this is the second version of the GP PAPS X now. We're all familiar with GP and Vapor Art. They've basically done sort of like the PAPS SS, the Piccolos, the Luxe editions. And they brought out their PAPS X, which is basically their multi-configuration mechanical mod. Now, they started designing this, I think, in 2012, in August 2012, and they wanted to get it right, and it took them a little while. And when it was released, it was a fantastic device. It looks sleek, it hits hard, and it's just a fantastic device. But there were a couple of things that they weren't happy with, and some of the vapers who purchased it weren't happy with the top cap and the top connection, basically. It was a twin telescopic, like they have on the Luxe and the 2.5. Basically, you had a telescopic 2-pin, one would connect to your ATI and one will connect to your battery. So they've changed that. They've basically put in now something they call in a G-pin, which is basically just like on a spring which pushes in, so it's basically any connection for any battery really. And also it didn't have any insulation in the button, so they have now put an insulator in the button. So the 1.5 is just basically an upgraded X, and yeah, it's a stunning mechanical mod basically. All three configurations, pretty much like you would have with your Nemesis. You have all your tubes, so it can be an 18350, 18500 and 18650. But you will have to sell at least 2 or 3 of your children before you can buy one. Which is good, because I had 5, I'm down to 2. And I hear the PAPS 3 is coming out, so if I sell them 2, I might be able to get that one as well and have a lot more fucking free time on my hands. It's a fantastic device. The button is exquisite. It's a really nice button. It's got its own airflow control with this little ring at the top. It's a 23mm mod. So if you had something like a Typhoon GT, which we did have near us, we'll have a little look. It fits absolutely a blinder on one of these. It looks really nice, you know. There it is, you can see with the Typhoon GT on it. It is a fantastic looking device, fits really nice and flush. And the same with all your 22mm atomizers, it looks fantastic with them. Currently I've got a spheroid on it because I managed to pick that up on Vapor Day, which was the Monday just gone. I was very excited about Vapor Day, a lot of people were, and yeah, picked myself up an X 1.5. Stunning, what do you think?
It is beautiful. It hits too hard for me. Honestly, it's amazing. It's great vapor.
Silver plated brass pin at the bottom. The spring inside the G pin is silver plated brass as well, so the conductivity is really, really nice. It hits like a beast. I always thought the Nemesis was a hard hitter. It is, but this does, for a mechanical mod, hit harder. It is stunning. It looks very, very sleek. The threads are really nice and silky smooth. The airflow control ring is really nice. Basically you have air holes underneath this ring here. As you can see, you have a lot of air holes under there. I think there's about 8. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to sit here and count them like a mug. And you just have this little ring that goes over the top of it, and you basically lower it or raise it to conduct your airflow with something that doesn't have its own airflow really. You can actually get an AFC ring for this as well, or just an X ring which fits on top to make it flush with your atomizers, and basically with their own airflow. So yeah, it's fucking stunning.
That G-pin's a bit fiddly though.
Yeah, it does have 2 G-pins with it really. You get 2 G-pins. You also get 3 springs for your button. You have one with a light touch, medium and a heavy sort of spring. So depends on how you like to push your middle button. Your bottom button. I've obviously got the medium spring in here because that's what it comes with. It feels quite nice. Yeah, and it also comes with another G pin, which is a longer extension G pin for basically different sized 18650 IMR batteries. It does take a kick in this as well, but yeah, the G pin was a bit fiddly, wasn't it, to change?
Yeah.
It comes with a bigger spring for your G pin as well, and for some reason I got sent a fork with it. which was cool because I got a fork with my spheroid and they sent me another fork for my PAPS X. So yeah, I got 2 forks. So they forked me for a load of money. But
fuck you too.
Yeah, fuck you too. It's absolutely fantastic. Really do love this mod. Yes,
It's awesome.
For some of our subscribers, they're going to go, "What the fuck? How much?" It's 165 euros just for the mod, okay? Which turns out between, depending on what day you do your currency, it's about 140 quid. Yeah, it's a lot of money. You are going to need to sell either a kidney or remortgage your house, or if you've got lots of children, you know, there's plenty of buyers on eBay. So yeah, it's a lot of money, but it is a stunning, stunning device. Hasn't been cloned yet, which is always a good thing. You know, you have your serial number engraved. It's 316 European stainless steel. Yeah, it's top of the food chain, really, for a mechanical mod.
It's the shit.
It is really nice. I mean, I'm not usually one for not having things flush, but I'm loving the look of this, even with the spheroid on it. I think it is stunning. It's really nice, and it hits a belter.
It is. It's absolutely brilliant. So what we do is we'll go down and take it to pieces, and we'll show you it up close. So I'll see you down there.
So here you have your GP PAPS X 1.5. As you can see, it is a stunning, beautifully well machined mechanical mod. You have the GP PAPS logo down by the bottom button. Have your serial number. It is in a brushed finish with a polished firing button at the bottom and a polished AFC ring at the top. This currently in its 18650 mode, and as you can see, it fits still really nice in the hand. Now, this has had some upgrades from the original GP PAPS X. The first part being the top cap. Originally it had a telescopic pin, well, a 2-tone telescopic pin for connection. It had one obviously to connect to the atomizer and one to connect to the battery, pretty much like they do on the Lux and the 2.5 SS. But now they've created this G pin, which is basically a spring-loaded connection there. There are 2 parts to this G pin basically, for obviously whether you're using a kick or different sized 18650 batteries, either flat top or nipple top, and you are provided with a longer piece to fit in your G pin. It can be a little bit fiddly to change and a bit of a pain, really, I find, depending on what battery you want to use. And to simply change that, you remove the G pin just by unscrewing it from the insulator inside. And there you can see your G pin and your top part for connection. You then unscrew the threads. You'll find a silver plated spring inside. Another one is provided for you. You will remove that, and then they have a flanged pin here, which is a smaller size as it comes as standard. You would then take the larger G pin, place that inside with your spring, screw that back up, put it back into your top cap, and you will now have a lot longer G pin. So if you're using a kick or a smaller size battery, it will then make connection. The threads on this are absolutely silky smooth. They really are nice. It's a nice thick tubing, really well machined. And the second part of the PAPS upgrade for the X is the bottom button. Before it came with just its silver plated contact at the bottom, and now it comes with an insulator inside, which is quite easy to remove. You also get with it 2 other springs for your button, depending on how you like your resistance of your spring. It comes as standard with the medium resistance, and just by simply unscrewing the silver plated contact inside the button, you then take your button off and you can replace your spring for something with a different resistance, like so. and screw your contact back in. Should really be using a screwdriver, but I've forgotten to put it on my desk. And now I have a different resistance on my button, which is really nice. It does lock by turning it the opposite way, but it's very strong, so it will not fire if you sit it down. And now it's locked, just by simply turning it the other way. And locked. Really nice. Let's show you it in its 18350 mode. As you can see, it's particularly petite and lovely. Really nice. It comes with all tubes, so we'll show you it in your 18500 mode. And finally, 18650. Exquisite threads, really nice and thick, feels expensive because it obviously is, and in 18650. And then if you wanted to use a kick, with your longer G-pin, there you have it. The GP PAPS X 1.5. It also comes with a spare O-ring for your airflow control ring at the top. It does have 8 holes in the top cap, just in case you have something without any provided with his airflow. And obviously it does get a lot of spares with this. If you was to look for, if you didn't like the look of this, you can change the X-ring and get something completely flush to purchase for it. But personally, I love the design like that. It gives you the same sort of gap as you do on the bottom button. Really nice. 23mm mod, so your Typhoon GTs are going to fit really lovely on that, but also your 22mm atomizers still look stunning, like your K-Funs, like your Rose by Eden mods, or whatever else you may get, the Heron if you're lucky. So that is the GP PAPS X 1.5. A really beautiful, stunning piece of machinery there by Vapor Art.
So after looking at the PAPS up close, it's got the X factor, hasn't it, Chico?
It has indeed, Francis. So, yeah, as you saw it there, it's a stunning, stunning device. All the bits, lovely, beautiful brush finish, a lovely polished button, really easy to push. It does come with the 3 different springs for tension. You get a light, a medium and a heavy. I've currently got it, the one it came with, which is the medium, and it's really nice and easy to push. Locks a treat, just turn it the other way, basically, reverse threaded on that. Nice serial number, although already the ink has started coming out, and I've literally only had this a couple of days. Yeah, a little issue I have with the G-pin is just basically having to change the G-pin for different battery configurations for some different 18650 IMR EFS batteries. The G-pin, basically you have to unscrew it, put in a bigger G-pin and a bigger spring. It's just fiddly, it's just a little bit of a pain in the arse. I'd have preferred it if maybe they'd have made something, a design that you didn't technically have to fuck about with that.
Or something like that.
Yeah, but I do like the idea of it. For me, the twin telescopic connections wouldn't have been a problem. I've got small little dainty girly hands, so that's not a problem for me. But you know, you get the G-pin. It's lovely. The price tag is heavy. The price tag is heavy, you know. So some of our subscribers are going to go. But, you know what I mean, some of them are going to go, whoa, you know, so it depends on what you're into, you know what I mean? I mean, I wanted one from the day it was sort of announced. I loved the look of it, how sleek it looked. I'd heard how hard they'd hit. I do like my mechanicals, you know, I thought a Nemesis hit hard.
beast. It's
It
a
knocks
beast.
its dick into the dirt for how hard it hits. Like I said earlier, I'm usually one for somebody who loves something completely flush, but I really do love this with a spheroid on it. It really does look nice for me. It's not an issue for me whatsoever. But with a rose on it, can I borrow the rose?
It's just as lovely, isn't it?
The rose looks absolutely stunning on it. And the rose is actually a 22mm, but with the airflow control it's 22.6. I mean, that is stunning looking device there. Typhon GT fits absolutely flush on it, looks fantastic on one of these. Yeah, I mean, it pushes all the right buttons for me. But the price tag. You know, you're looking at 140 quid for one of these. Although, let's give Vapor Art their due. I ordered this Vapor Day, which was on Monday, and I got it by fucking Wednesday. I mean, that's amazing. Good old DHL, and I think the delivery was €15, and I also had a spheroid in that as well, and some fluff. So, you know, for my spheroid. So that was a great.
To be honest, I know it's a heavy price tag, you say, Damien, but for the device it's a fucking spot on what it is. 140 quid. It's an elitist, it's no.
Oh man, you can get these from Vapor Art. I'm not even going to bother going. You know, thanks for that, Todd. Hi guys. But you know, yeah, you can get these from Vapor Art. They're hard to get. Obviously, they do have Vapor Days, Vapor Art Days on there. But these will be available soon at Vapist in the UK, which is the official reseller in the UK for GP. Yeah, they.
Bang on.
It's bang on. It's absolutely stunning. You know what I mean? It's just one of them mods that is just you can stare at it all fucking day like a complete weirdo. Your wife going, "What are you doing? Looking at that mod? You don't look at me like that." I do, darling. Yeah, it's just it's a beautiful device. It hits really hard. It's stunning. There's nothing more you can say about it. It's massively an amazing mechanical mod.
It is. Well, scoring it, you can't score it. It's got to be 10s all the way through.
The look of it is absolutely beautiful. It really is a stunning, sleek, streamlined device. The brush finish is great. The polished accents on the polished button, the polished ring is just. It's beautiful. It just looks fantastic.
It's heavy as well, isn't it? Really,
it is. It's got some weight to it. It's 316, so it's top of the line.
It's thick.
The threads are thick. They're buttery smooth. You know, the only thing you can complain about is the price tag because it is expensive. But like so many vapors say, you get what you pay for. So you're going to spend this much money on it. It's, you know, it's a keeper. You know, I might not want to take it out.
Just get on the classes and sell what you've got and buy that because that is well worth that.
Yeah, it's stunning, and for vape, it hits as hard as they can. You know, obviously it's not power regulated. It's a mechanical mod. It's going to be as much as your ohms, your resistance, and your atomizer and your battery. But the conductivity in it and the way it is, it smacks you right in the face. It's absolutely stunning.
It does. It really does.
And with a spheroid on it, whew, beautiful.
It's too hard for me. It's way too hard. But it's beautiful.
So yeah, that's the PAPS X 1.5 from Vapor Art. About 140 quid, you know. But for me, personally, my opinion, worth every fucking penny.
Yeah, big tag, but it is.
Okay, well, yeah. Nothing more really to say there. Look at it. I'm just going to sit here and stare at it all day. In love. In love. Thanks very much for watching this review, and we will see you on the next one. Stay safe.